talk about sports. Do you like sports?
Well, as a big fan of playing several type of sports, not only in my accommodation but also on another place like as a school field, village field or stadium. I always prefer to play several type of games with my friends, colleagues and so on like as cricket, football, volleyball and so on. So definitely I like sports.
What sports do you like?
Well, you already know there have several type of sports in my country like as cricket, football, volleyball, badminton and so on. Among them I like cricket most and it is my favorite one because since my childhood I prefer to play such game not only with my bosom friends but also with my cousin, relatives, classmates and so on. So, as a big fan of cricketing, I always prefer to play more and more.
Where did you learn to play?
Well, to be honest with you, couple of years ago when I was a schoolboy, I had a great lesson not only from my honorable teacher but also from my grandfather how to play a cricket. If I talk about my honorable teacher, he guided me a lot how to be a good batsman and obviously how to make a ball so that I take down wicket. So I think it was a great time at the time of cricketing. On the other hand, if I talk about my grandfather, he had enormous knowledge about the cricketing because one day he was a great leader at the time of cricketing because he was the honorable person in my village because always he was a great batsman in the village. So I had best guided from him.
Did you do some sports when you was a child?
Well, as far as I am concerned, decades ago when I was a child, I had engaged with my grandfather, father, cousin, relatives at the time of enormous games like as cricket, football, volleyball. Even though at the time of night, I prefer to play badminton, not only with my cousins but also with my honorable father. At the time of afternoon, I prefer to play several type of games with my colleagues and classmates, such as cricket, football, and hadoodoo. So definitely, I had involved several type of games when I was a child.
Do you think the children need more exercise?
Obviously, student needs more exercise, not only for their brain but also to develop their body. And obviously, they have a lot of advantages whenever they are on exercise. Firstly, they can boost their energy. Secondly, they can find more energetic and more concentration to develop their brain. And obviously, they can get several type of marks not only on their examination but also other fields. So obviously, all children need more exercise.
When you prefer to part on sports?
Well, to be honest with you, I prefer to part on sports not only on morning time but also on afternoon. Firstly, if I talk about the morning time, whereas I can get a chance to play not only with my family members but also with my cousins. Even though I can get a chance to enjoy more and more with them. And obviously it boosts my energy to make a lot of concentration not only to my studies but also on my workstation. On the other hand, if I talk about the afternoon, whereas I can play a lot of games not only with my bosom friends but also with my classmates and cousins. And of course, I can get a chance to play outdoor places like a school campus, village field or stadium. and obviously I can enjoy better with them by playing several type of games. And obviously it refresh my mind and concentrate a lot so that I can and increase my energy.
With whom you prefer to play sports?
Well, as a great communicate person in my societies, I always make a relationship with all classes in my societies. So definitely I prefer to play several type of games with my bosom friends, classmates, colleagues, neighbor, relatives and so on. So I have a great group to play several type of games.